This video was originally supposed to be a 30-minute scripted video talking about both Pride Month and how gacha games are a horrible genre to expect queer things from, but Sega thought it would be funny to drop an announcement that Crossworlds is having a fucking world championship. So instead of scripting this video and hopefully getting it out by the end of the month, I now have to stay up for 5 days in a row to see if I can reach top 24. Wish me luck, everyone. For now, I'm gonna give you guys the Spark Notes versions of what I wanted to say. Hello, everyone. My name's Moon, and a happy Pride Month to everyone watching this video who identifies as such. And a little fun fact about myself is that I used to be pretty indifferent towards Pride a few years ago. But ever since I became radicalized over various things wrong in the country I live in and in the world in general, I have never been more proud to be who I am since then. Pride is important to me because not only does it give people a chance to feel comfortable in their own bodies and identities, but it also serves as a reminder that we are still fighting an uphill battle that has been made a lot easier by our queer ancestors. It would be wrong for me as both a gay and black man to not properly educate myself on the history of Pride and take the time to revel in the peace and progress we've been able to achieve so far. But I don't want to bore you guys with something that people will deem as politics when the concept of queer people shouldn't even be deemed political in the first place anyway, but I digress. The other thing that I wanted to talk about was more so a reminder for all of my fellow LGBT plus gacha gamers. And that is that gacha games are not the genre to be asking for proper representation from. Be it queer representation, race, various mental disabilities, and what have you. This genre is not the genre to go all in for when it comes to demanding for representation. I have seen countless posts from queer individuals and people of color on social media getting upset at gacha games that don't add characters with these specific things about them. And I'm not trying to defend these companies or say that these games are better without representation at all. Quite the opposite, actually. I just want to remind people that both gay relationships and people of color as a whole are still considered to be taboo in these countries that are making gachas like this. And no, I'm not infantilizing Asian countries for their racism disguised as lack of exposure in modern day. I'm just as mad, don't you worry. It would be absolutely amazing if Zenless made a jaw-dropping, gorgeous black woman as a playable agent, but considering the vast majority of Hoyoverse fans like this archetype of characters, I think it's safe to say that we aren't getting someone of Miss Aurora's complexion anytime soon. Anywho, getting sidetracked again. My point here is that instead of wasting your time getting mad at video game companies that continuously refuse to represent minorities in their games, I think it's better to acknowledge their ignorance and just play the games that do properly represent us instead. Now, I'm not necessarily saying to quit whatever gacha you're playing at the moment. I'm just saying to keep your expectations extremely low considering the companies and the precedents they've made when they make these games. I personally don't look for representation when it comes to gaming in general, unless it's chubby people. But I will always welcome it whenever it exists. However, companies like Hoyoverse have gotten away with so much bullshit when it comes to stealing from various aspects of black, queer, and indigenous culture. So instead of wasting my time complaining about these things on a forum, I'd rather just boot up something else like Street Fighter and play Elena instead. And this isn't to demean anybody who actively fights for more representation in gacha games. I definitely want more diversity in the genre as well, but I personally think that your energy is better spent elsewhere, preferably in your own community in real life. And now, there's definitely a lot more layers to this conversation because yes, it will always be that deep, but if I continue to ramble on, this video will be twice the length of the original video that I intended to make. At the end of the day, play whatever video game makes you happy, and be sure to support the games that support you for who you are as well. Anywho, that's all I wanted to say regarding Pride Month and gachas. For now. To all of my LGBTQIA+ people watching this video, you are amazing. You deserve to exist, and you deserve to be acknowledged. Don't let anyone, and I mean anyone, tell you otherwise. I'll beat them up for you if they do. And don't you ever stop being who you are for these bozos out here. Keep doing amazing things, and most importantly, keep being queer. You are all so damn beautiful, and I love each and every one of y'all. That's it for me today. Have a wonderful rest of your Pride Month, and as always, I've got to get started on the next one. I'll catch you guys later. Bye-bye.